There is strong reaction to a 5 Investigates series on the Judge Rotenberg Center in Canton. That's the only school in the country that shocks its disabled students with electricity. As the FDA tries once again to put an end to it, our Mike Beaudet joins us now with a look at what's next. And Mike, you've been hearing from a lot of people about your stories.
We have, Maria. We've heard from advocates for people with disabilities and even a former employee of the Judge Rotenberg Center. No one can believe the JRC is still shocking its students with electricity, but if history is any guide, stopping the practice will not be easy. Inside the Judge Rotenberg Center in Canton, about 50 people have treatment plans that include the use of electric shocks to reduce or stop harmful behaviors, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The FDA is once again proposing to ban the devices that give the shocks, saying they present an unreasonable and substantial risk of illness or injury. It first tried to do that in 2020, but the JRC prevailed in court. The FDA says it now has the authority to ban the devices.
I think that people have not realized who they are. Criminally insane, body snatching savages.
During our series, we heard from Andre McCollin's mother, Cheryl. This 2002 video of Andre shows him being shocked dozens of times after refusing to take off his coat. The JRC continues to defend the use of shocks, calling them a matter of life or death when all other treatment options have been tried and failed.
Absolutely just common sense says this can't be the only group of people who present these needs, and therefore all across the country there are other strategies.
This former state official tried unsuccessfully to stop the JRC from shocking its students. She's part of the chorus of critics that includes other providers who treat people with self-injurious behavior without shocks.
There's a reason why there's only one place in the world using electric shocks. It's because everyone else has recognized that there are better, more humane ways of getting good results.
A public comment period on the proposed FDA ban ends next week on May 28th, and then the FDA will decide whether to make it official, Maria.
All right, Mike, a couple of questions. So you pointed out in your series that New York State does not allow new students who go to the JRC to be shocked. So is that also the case with students from Massachusetts?
Well, former Governor Patrick's administration implemented a similar policy. That was back in 2011, but a decision by the state Supreme Judicial Court last year, that's raising questions about whether that is actually enforceable. Governor Healey's office is telling us it's exploring other avenues for ending the practice.